what is up guys? I hope you're all doing very well. I had a very fun weekend because I spent it with two very special Gwent streamers, Miss Lady J and Crozier. If you don't know about everything that goes on in the Gwent community, these two met online because of Gwent and they got engaged. Crozier comes from Germany and of course Miss Lady J and I live here in South Africa, so I spent the whole day with them and had a blast. And we happened to stream some Gwent games and made this deck in particular. Now, this is a very fun deck to play and it got me to pro rank very fast. But when I entered pro rank, I struggled a little bit. Now, my theory is this is because the meta hasn't yet stabilized and decks like these rely on you knowing how to play your opponent's deck better than they can, as it is an Assimilate deck. Now, on your climb to pro rank, I've heard that many people are having significant win streaks with this deck. So I'm going to show you how it works. I hope you have a lot of fun. Check out Miss Lady J and Crozier's channels. I will leave their links in the description and I hope you do enjoy this deck. Alright, now there's a little bit debate on how this first new card is pronounced. Even though it is spelled Artaud, apparently it leans a bit towards the French side and is more pronounced Artau. Now, if any of you guys want to clarify this up in the comments, you are more than welcome to do so. It is Artau Terranova. Now, this card was originally bugged, it is not anymore, so do not be afraid, this card cannot be abused. It is firstly an Assimilate card, but how this works is, essentially you can play any card that your opponent has played throughout their game to which you've given spying to. So essentially, as your opponent is playing different cards, you want to pick the best cards and you want to give them all spying statuses. At the end of the game, when you decide to play Artau, you can just play any one of them. You can pick and choose and you will have every single one of them to your disposal. So this is an extremely strong finisher, and if you know how your opponent's deck works, you can abuse the hell out of it. So on deploy, you will spawn and play a copy of any non-disloyal unit you gave spying to during this game, excluding yourself. So you cannot play Terranova. That was the bug. People were spawning Terranova and filling their whole board because it kept playing another Terranova. So luckily that isn't a problem anymore. Now we go on to Emhyr var Emrys. Now, this card is quite powerful because it goes hand in hand with Terranova. What he does is he will on deploy draw a card and then you can move a card from your hand to the bottom of your deck. But that's not the main reason you want this card. Whenever your opponent plays any unit, Emhyr will give them spying. So essentially, he will make sure that every single card they play is playable by your Terranova. Now, of course, your enemy is going to want to lock this card or he's going to want to remove it. But if he can't, then this is a pretty strong combination with Terranova. Now, he also has an order ability every round because we do have devotion. Every turn, that is. So you can seize a 1-power enemy unit with spying, meaning if you get to damage an enemy unit until it has reached a 1-point value and you've given it spying, you can steal that card with Emhyr. Now, this is also very nice with our spying cards. So Duchess Informant, for example, you can steal that card right back to your side of the board. A very strong card. Just try and keep him alive as long as you possibly can. Alright, and then we're going to go to the other cards that go hand in hand with Terranova. Now, these are some of the new cards in the expansion, and this is one of many people's favorite. It's Thand Turncoat. Now, on deploy, you can give any enemy unit spying. So if Emhyr isn't alive anymore and your opponent has just slammed the Great Oak on the board, you can use this card to give the Great Oak spying. Now, you can also damage an enemy unit by 1 every 2 turns, as long as that enemy unit has spying. So this immediately turns into an engine as well. But whenever an enemy unit gains spying, this will reduce the card's cooldown by 1. So this is a must-have card for 4 provisions. It's absolutely necessary in this deck and requires just a little bit of setup. But it is one of my favorite cards in Nilfgaard at the moment. Alright, and then looking at our newer cards, we have fur cards. Now, Fur card is just a thinning card, but he's quite nice to have. So how he works is, when you play him, he will play a special card from your hand, and then he will draw a card. So whenever you play a special card, he will also give spying to a random non-spying enemy unit. Another card that goes hand in hand with Terranova. So with Fur cards, you'll place him on the board, and then you'll pick a special card from your hand. So it will be something like Yennefer's Invocation, it will be Coup de Grace, or it will be our other special cards we've included for that not to brick, like the Imperial Diplomacy, where you create and play a bronze card from your opponent's faction. So it's a nice card, it thins, it draws you another card that you might have missed, and it also goes hand in hand with something like Dead Man's Tongue. Now remember, this doesn't work like Maxi anymore, it doesn't show you your deck in order, but what it does is it will banish a card from your deck that you pick, and you can boost another card by that card's provision cost. Now if you decide to banish a bronze card, which we always do, you can banish another bronze card and they will add the 2 provision costs and boost the card by that power. So essentially you always pick your worst bronze cards you don't want in the deck, and Dead Man's Tongue will get rid of them so you don't draw them, and boost a card by their combined provision cost value. So still a very nice card that definitely has to be in your deck. And then we have a little bit of a greedy card, but when it pays off, it does so exceptionally. This is called Master of Puppets. So he has an order ability, meaning you can't use him immediately. But after 1 turn, you can steal any bronze enemy unit from your opponent's side, but you'll move yourself to the opposite row. So you take a bronze enemy unit and you give yourself over to the opponent. Now, obviously, this bronze card is going to have to be bigger than 4 for this to pay off, because you are going to give him the Master of Puppets. And here's the catch. The cooldown will begin for your opponent as well. So if he has enough time, he can still back the bronze card and give you Master of Puppets again. So normally this is a bit of a finisher card. You don't want to play it early in the round. You want to sort of end off with it. You don't want your opponent to have the advantage of stealing any of your bronze cards. But if you get a very, very big Sea Jackal from Syndicate that's been boosted up until 22, that's going to win you the game. So we have one of these in our deck. Now you also don't want to accidentally draw it with Joachim, because Joachim will boost the card, and you don't want to give your opponent a boosted card. So try and keep that in your hand just in case. Also, if you're afraid you might draw into him, you can just get rid of him with Dead Man's Tongue. Alright, now for the rest of our synergistic cards. So of course we also have Seditious Aristocrats. We will be giving spying to almost all enemy units, so these cards will find a lot of value. When you play this card, it boosts itself for every spying enemy unit, and afterwards whenever an enemy unit gains spying, it will also boost itself. So you can always end off with this card, and it will work retrospectively in your favor. Okay, and then we have Fergus var Emrys. Now, this card will give an enemy unit spying unless you have Devotion, in which case it will give 3 enemy units spying. So all of these cards are there just in case your other spying cards brick, or if your opponent gets rid of them. You will have to have these sort of cards to your disposal in order to make Artau Terranova work, because this is your finisher and it will most likely win you the game. Then we have Cantarella. This is a bit of a greedy card, but it puts spying on your opponent's side of the board. It gives you a target for Coup de Grace. It plays the top card from your opponent's deck, so it is obviously a very nice card to have. If your opponent is playing Nilfgaard, for example, and he just used Yennefer on one of your strongest cards, you know that card is placed on top of his deck, so you can just quickly drop Cantarella on the board, get your card back, play it. It's just gorgeous. So obviously Cantarella can be abused, but you might also low roll when you use her, so be careful. Then we have Coup de Grace, of course. You all know how that works by now. Just remember, he can be used on any card with spying. So a lot of people don't normally use Coup de Grace on cards with spying. If you're a new player, you might be programmed to only use him on Joachim or Roderick. Just know that if you give spying to an enemy unit, you can use coup de grace on any enemy unit with spying. So if you give the Great Oak spying, you can use coup de grace on the Great Oak and you will get your own one. So just keep this in mind. This is a very synergistic card and there are so many possibilities. Alright, then to the Assimilate portion of this deck. Now, Glynis is a very nice Assimilate card. She has Assimilate 2, meaning every time you play a card that is not from your starting deck, she will boost herself by 2 points. We also have these 2 Artfian Heavy Cavalry. They have 1 Assimilate. They do the same thing. Now, they're very nice with cards like Duchess Informant, where we will spawn and play a base copy of a non-disloyal bronze enemy unit. We also have Brothans, and with Brothans we can play the Duchess Informant, and we can also play our Emissary, which will boost an ally by 7. Now, he also has Assimilate, so he's a very nice Assimilate engine along with these other cards. Then we have Arturius Vigo, also Assimilate. He will create and play a 1 power copy of a bronze unit from your starting deck. So there are also a few possibilities, and of course that card will trigger all your Assimilate engines because it didn't start from your starting deck. Alright, and then we have Vincent. Now, also very fun. If you give spying to the biggest enemy unit on the board, you can play Vincent in the next turn and kill that unit, because he destroys an enemy unit with a status. So a very nice card to have and definitely a must include in this sort of deck. Alright, and that is essentially our deck. It's very strong and it does very well, but like I said, it's better climbing to pro than it is in pro. In pro, people seem to have very solid decks and they're all filled with surprises. So you never really know what you're gonna get, and you don't really know how to optimally set up your engines, because this deck relies on you knowing what your opponent is going to play, and that's best from rank 1 downwards. Now remember, this is also double cross, so you create and play a card from your opponent's hand. This will trigger all of your Assimilate engines, and it will give you a peek into your opponent's hand because it shows you 3 random cards. Of course, you can wait until they have only 3 cards left, and then you can see all 3 cards that they have saved for their last point slam turn. Okay, I'm now going to show you how I played with the deck, as well as one of my sessions with Miss Lady J and Crozier. Again, go check them out on Twitch. They're very nice people, and I hope you guys have a very nice week. Oh, okay, this will be interesting. I think this is a fair match, because his card text says so. Yeah, that's true. Add fur cards? I do have fur card. I actually do run it. Okay, so we are on blue coin. Good to know. Starting off with M here. I want to say yes. He might yen it though, or even Vincent. I don't have Purify in this deck. Too early for Artaud in my opinion. Oof. Mevan, thank you for the follow. Maybe we throw out Glennis first.
I have served you. Now you must serve the Empire.
Do we boost her though? Because that's just getting Vincented. Or it's getting locked. How much are you even getting from her? Not much. Almost nothing actually. I feel like we need to bait out other cards first. Joachim doesn't count as given spying when you play disloyal. Yeah, you have to literally give one of his cards spying. Let's just see what he plays. Blightmaker. Okay. Nice card to have in the deck. We don't.
Quite literally.
Okay, so I'm gonna play Arturius now.
The senses can be fooled easily.
Play Duchess Informant. Play Blightmaker. If it was a mage, if it was a special, do we have mages? We do have a mage. Huh. I can do that. Get a guaranteed photo card. Nice. Okay, I'm happy with this. Next, we could potentially play M here and give it Crystal Skull. I don't know. Hey, hope you're having a wonderful day. Hey, die Valkyrie. Is that the correct way to pronounce it? Valkyrie.
No one can hide from me.
Ah, that's rude.
Of two bad sides, your continued struggle has grown
I mean, my friend, you got 2 points.
Not too
It's not exactly a win in my books. The whole idea of this card is merely to thin,
impressive.
which you did for me. So actually, I'm not angry at all. I'm just wondering whether I should ever play him here now. I'd rather play it now than later.
There is but one punishment for traitors.
Yeah, can go back, and we'll take you back. Thank you. And I'm boosting you, though this might give you Vincent value. I don't know. If you do have Vincent, at least you committed round 1 and not later on. I get a pass instead. Huh, okay, makes sense in retrospect. Go Dog DG, thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm off to lurk, land for a bit. If it's a long stream, I might make it back. No problem, Outlaw Man. Enjoy your day. I know your day is only just... You're just having lunch at this point. Still have the whole day in front of you. Emissary... Not bad. We still haven't committed Joachim, so we want to keep Master of Puppets in hand just in case he draws it. It's not really a card you want him to draw ever. So the bit of cards he will draw is actually really strong. Maybe get rid of Imperial Diplomacy? So we won round 1. We have a full hand of cards, meaning we can go all the way and see what he's prepared to commit. I'm quite happy with this. We bleed, 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 and hopefully it goes well. Either way, unless he has Squirrel, we'll end up having another coup if necessary. Perhaps we even keep Joachim for round 3. I'll have to see. What is my favorite drink? Well, what type of drink? This is a very specific question. Brothens. Hey, Miss Lady J, coming in with the host. Thank you very much. How are you doing? I hope you had a good stream. Hey, Corrupt Zelda. We were playing the deck you, I, and Crozier made, actually. The South African meta breaker. If anybody wants their hands on this, they're more than welcome. This deck actually... Ooh, you know what? We can use coup on Brothens after giving Brothens Than Turncoat Spine. Yes? Then we steal it later with Yennefer, use it in a short round 3. Or even Joachim it. I was on a 7-win streak and then went on a 12-loss streak. Oh no. I would end the stream as well. But just because I know how frustrating it gets. We've tried a lot of decks today. Well, Monsters went really well, believe it or not. Squirtle, on the other hand, not so well. Now we're giving our Nilfgaard deck a try. This deck actually got me to Pro. I didn't lose a single game when I climbed to Pro. And then after reaching Pro, haven't won a game yet. Which is very interesting, to say the least. Okay, so I'm gonna Duchess Informant. And I'm gonna get you. Am I going to get you? Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Woo! Okay, I don't know. Do I want to start targeting you with armor? Because I don't know. Almost rather target you, but I'd rather steal you more than anything. I can use Master of Puppets to steal it, now that I think about it. But he might make his own Master of Puppets. It's a dangerous game. It depends how full his row is. How many Brothens? Yes, exactly. Hey, Doesn't Donut. And Terwin. It happens, it is known. Okay, there it is. There it is. Now I can start targeting that one. But first, I feel like we do have to kill Brothans.
Everyone has their secrets.
Woo! Hell yes. Okay, I'm gonna kill Brothans. Yeah. It has been decided. I will kill Brothans. So far this round we haven't committed anything except for Ku. And we still have our leader. He's committing Roderick. Great stuff. He committed Ramon. He's committing Fergus. Oh, that's gonna play for a lot of points though. Woof. Damn, look at that. Not good. Not good. Well, I still need to play Artaud, so I need to be very careful what I give spying to. So we've given Brothans spying, meaning we can now use it with Artaud, which is likely the card we want, right? Ping. Oh shit, but I should have played Seditious Aristocrats first. Okay, I just lost a point. It's okay, chat. Don't panic. Do not panic under any circumstances. Again, we don't have to win this round. We're planning on getting out. We just want to see what he's willing to commit. We're likely willing to play Cantarella. Okay, we get Ku. It goes for another Brothans, of course. I can steal that one now. That is a good steal, I'd say. Yeah, we likely steal that Brothans. He's already played Cantarella in round 1. Yeah. He has played Cantarella. Okay, cool. So I'm now going to play Master of Puppets because I can. No, it's too early for that. I'm gonna play Cantarella instead.
I shall be your eyes, my lord.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. I'm gonna give you a little lock. Give you a little ping. There we go. Elba! Cantarella. I have... Look, every time one of the cards are named according to a certain language or dialect, I make sure I pronounce it correctly, except for the monster cards. They don't count. So Cantarella is actually Italian, and I'm pronouncing it correctly. Cantarella. If it comes to something like Arajas, that's just me being Afrikaans. I cannot help this. It just makes sense to call it Arajas. Aracas. Aracas. Well, discrimination against monsters, yikes. Actually, the most interesting one someone has told me is, I've probably told this 1,000 times already, but Gun Cayenne, you know, the card without the head? It's actually from an Irish mythology, yeah. And it is actually Irish for no head, which translates to no crown, which is gon caun, like crown. So it's gon caun is how it's pronounced in Irish, which is what it literally means, no head. It's an Irish word. Oh, this is where commitment comes in, guys. We're stealing that. Oh my goodness, we're stealing that. This is so good. Oh no, you know what I just realized? Okay, I hope they fix this bug. I sincerely hope they did, because I can use my Artaud to make another Artaud. And hopefully that doesn't do that thing that it did, because that was a big bug.
How dare you? I am your sovereign, your emperor.
That was a very big bug. They fixed it. I sure hope they did. Do you want to know how to insult people in Irish? Oh yeah? How? They fixed it. Hmm.
No stench more foul than flesh well charred.
I'm waiting for him to hero pass. He does not hero pass. Okay.
He's up to something. He ought to be up to something.
Yeah, because this card is not supposed to spawn a copy of itself. It says excluding self, and what happened was it would spawn a copy of itself, and you'd fill up your whole board with cards of Artaud. It was just horrible. Oh my goodness, look at that hand. That is so cool. That is the best hand. Joachim.
You played your hand. Now allow me to retort.
Gotcha, Poppy. My loyalty is to Imperial coin up to the face to pick.
My duty? To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
Oh. Huh.
You weren't expecting this, were you?
It's a lot of points. Why not coop the spy from her? Yeah, I should have done that. You're right, you're right, you're right. I missed out on points there. Thanks for pointing it out. No, you're right. I should have cooped for the Duchess Informant. And then the Than Turncoat. We've triggered them twice. Mystic Hulk, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. And welcome to the pack. So many wolfies in chat. It's wonderful. Wasn't Yen bigger? I was trying to figure out, because look, this is an engine in itself. Also, you trigger Assimilate. I think if I went for Duchess Informant, Yen is not bigger. But Than Turncoat also... Okay, I didn't want that to happen. But remember, I can damage his cards. Since he Yen's the tallest unit anyway. Ah, thank you so much, Mystical. That's very kind of you. And welcome to Hershey. I appreciate it. Arto time. Into Brothans. Into Duchess Informant. Into Viper Mentor. Wow. That's insane. Now see, this is the matchup I can get behind. Nilfgaard, one-on-one. Because we're just going all out Assimilate, so he's giving me cards I can work with. I feel like I lose out more if I'm playing against other decks, because the meta is still very shaky. So I don't get my optimal points. Imperial Enforcers, okay. Time for Joachim. Oh, we already know his last card is Yen, so we definitely win. He'll likely pass soon. Oh my goodness. GG. GG. Fucking Havoc, that's what, sorry.
That's fine.
She purposely screams so she gets my attention.
It's new Squirtle. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is gonna be interesting. Commissary. We are on blue. Okay, so we destroyed this deck, don't we?
We didn't get GG from the previous opponent.
No.
That's so sad. I think this is fine. If
That's a very good hand.
yeah, if we keep mulliganing bronze cards, we end up with. I think this is fine because you can basically play almost every single card in your hand.
Hey, Pixie.
We're setting up our tort in the process. Yeah. Hello.
Hey, Pixie.
Who can't it?
Pixie. And for our friends, this is our leader ability from our opponent.
Hello.
Smack
You
'em.
wouldn't like the Litchi, would you?
Have you seen a few?
She would. She's a weirdo.
You wouldn't like the Litchi. That yours?
Great
Do we
victories
boost one of them?
require great sacrifice.
Pixie, wat maak je?
I think we can boost the goodness maybe? In case he bombs her.
I'm trying to think what he could use to kill it. Pixie, she can have the tea if she really wants. I'm done with the tea.
Is that the
Oh, was
I
that
think it was the
yours?
coffee.
Oh, you.
What happened?
Oh, look, he's
She
playing
gets
this.
a caffeine shock. Even though it was basically empty, there's almost nothing in it.
I'm so sorry.
You want to come here for the camera? No? People shy?
What do we play now? He's gonna use sorceress, which isn't good. Das ist nicht so gut.
Das ist nicht so gut.
Maybe just.
Emir.
I mean, you could technically make a copy, but maybe I think you wait until he uses up his nonsense and then you can make a copy of the 4. Yeah, that's a good start for now. Stall.
You're gonna get it now.
Hey Pixie, maak je? Huh? Wat maak je?
Oh.
Oei, this wordt een stuk, hè? Oh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is what we're at. Okay. Okay, shoot. Like, give me my coffee.
You really like this coffee. You're a coffee cat. Not a coffee cat, a coffee.
A coffee cat.
Can we?
Oei, voor een kaart.
Or we could put a card into coup.
Cool, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That is the plan. For a kaart
This is
into
the
cool.
plan.
Oh, nice turn card. Get one ourselves, thank you.
And then DMT is actually going to trigger it.
And
Pugas.
kijkie. Can I even see little kitty? Yeah, the kitty's blocking the whole of Crozier. Anyone have the deck list? I will send the deck list right after this one. We can make a deck list. What will we call it?
Stop gurgling like that.
Yeah, the South African
Twinkie? Yeah? Okay.
South African ranked 1 meta breaker. Yeah, DMT now seems kinda good. It even gives something thingamajig.
Yeah, we get 1 extra point. Iso Bayangs, thank you for the follow. Bye, Pixie. Bye. Bye, Pixie.
Tipsy deck guide.
Oh, here's another one.
Another one.
Another one.
Waylay.
Wow. Maybe now you can make a copy of the lady? Which one? Okay, the 4-point lady. Wait, that's not making copies?
Oh, do you mean
Yeah.
with Arcturus?
Yeah,
Okay. Nice.
Well, I guess we're not making
tried.
copies.
You're not making a copy, no. But more guys.
I guess you can make
Probably a
the
seditious.
aristocrat, yeah?
And the
Because
resort.
Fergus is gonna make way more.
He's up to something.
Okay, Francis, I think.
3.
Between 3 gorgeous ones.
Who goes in the third?
Maybe the doggo?
Dog?
That one doesn't count. Oh, that's the one behind him too.
Maybe the cat. That was it.
Timpering, yeah, I was wondering whether we could steal a bigger bronze. This one?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yep, on one.
Played
Yep.
your hand. Now, allow me to retort.
That sounds like pizza. Poor mother. Flower Branch is his name.
I'm not sure if we have to people exit at some point.
Probably.
I think for now, Fergus is still fine.
Yeet. Do we Fergus? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a nice one.
No, because
1,
like,
2,
it's not
and
your day.
you
It's
again.
our day.
Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. This is my deck now.
Can you check his grave?
I can.
Thank you. Yeah, he hasn't played any gold cards for us yet, but it's fine. It'll be okay. Orb of Insight made ST so much fun, so much more fun to play. Yeah, I agree.
I
Yeah.
really didn't like ST.
Reddit said that ST was the worst faction since the invention of factions.
Since the invention of factions.
Maybe ever.
That sounds like
And ever
Reddit.
they shall
Sounds like a long time.
leave it to me.
I mean,
I got a
Do
people.
we continue or exit?
what is in the deck for Joachim?
Ja. Kan jy dit bring dalk? Nee. Dankie. Do you want to continue playing? Dankie, mama.
Donkey.
Ek waardeer dit.
Okay, sorry, I haven't seen the deck now. I was busy with the pizza. Our deck.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's a lot of good stuff in our deck that I don't really want to play for
So
Joachim now.
we paint.
Maybe you just pass. Yeah.
This
Oh,
one's-
that is mine. Yummy. Do we pass?
I
Or
think
play
we
him
pass. Yeah.
Pass, yeah.
Yeah.
Pizza. Hell yeah. Chat, you're going to see how a pizza is supposed to look. This is mine. It has avo and banana and bacon. It is very good.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
What's
This is
yours?
Chicken mayo. Looks
Chicken
like a
mayo.
proper pizza.
Get me that vanity.
And
Everyone's gonna kill me for this one. Margarita with pepperoni.
I think it looks
yummy.
nice.
He passed.
So, how much was this? Do you have
It
the
is
menu
cool.
still?
She said she's.
Oh.
I'm sticking you.
Oh my
And next
god.
time,
It's your engagement gift.
and next time
Yeah.
she comes over.
Yeah, then we'll in Germany we
So
say
you get married, I'll buy you
revanchieren.
more pizza.
Tia, officially best host for inviting to pizza.
True.
Eating stream.
Actually, it wasn't the worst.
Are you kidding?
Så get more.
Nee, okay.
Describe
Oh.
taste. It tastes amazing, just the way I hoped it would taste.
It's like everything he ever wanted.
Green horror.
Yeah, all in all today, good food, good drinks.
Mm-hmm.
Not so-
Rate the day 10 out of 10. Doggos. Yeah, the doggos made the day 10 out of 10.
Good deck.
Mm-hmm. Winning stream.
Mm,
I still see 2 fancy gold cards. Yeah, how many targets do we have left?
1, 2. Precisely 2.
And they're not the gold cards.
They're not the ones we want. Oh gosh, we have to shuffle this one anyway so we get him.
Mm-hmm.
Lolo. Yeah.
This is how people play Gwent and Gen Pro. Only a glass of beer is missing.
Rambo says no. Also, we have in here.
There's but one punishment for
Oh.
traitors.
What's left? Ugh. We don't want Master of Puppets. We have to shuffle this. Ugh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have Coke too, right? We don't have Coke.
No. My
No, juice.
God. Should have gotten Coke.
Mm.
Didn't think we'd last as
That
long.
might be a good
Vincent. Oh hell yes. Oh no, this isn't a bad deck we have. It's a nice control deck.
Mhm. Oh my god, what is this
Goliath.
gonna be?
I'm glad.
Mm-hmm.
They have last say too. Well. Oh yeah, now it becomes apparent. I guess you're gonna go Joachim now. Joachim now maybe? Because he might play... Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
He might end up playing some bronze cards that boost Egwes, like the Dwarven Boosty Friend, and the... Yeah, maybe just plays more of those.
Let- Oh, it's gonna be a glass. And we're gonna lose.
I guess we gotta play Province now.
Rather than some boost.
Yeah.
Your name, young man. A man should be cursed into an earth.
Shouldn't we have done that with a glass?
Too late.
What do you mean?
It's still in a glass with double cross,
Oh!
and then boosted it with emissary.
Yeah. We could have still technically cooed the emissary, but not anymore.
That's true. Maybe we
Um,
should double now.
Yeah, let's see what we get.
Oh, this.
Cantarella, because the glaze is in his deck. The glaze is in his deck, 1 and 8.
No one can hide.
Oh.
Oh, that's horrible. But
Wait.
Okay,
we can do it again.
Do it again. Do it again.
Come on, a glass. Come on, a glass.
I should be your eyes.
Oh,
That's like
Potion.
pretty good though.
it's not bad
And steal
actually.
the,
Yoink.
Oh, I controller now.
This is worse than seeing food ads. And I'm not even getting paid for the ad.
It's really good pizza though.
Mm. Technically, if we made this VR of just chatting, it would be called mukbang. It's when people just eat on stream. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel weird about this Aglaïs. Salek says we must take a sip. That's some value.
So we got something I can boost.
Gotcha, puppy.
Really.
No. Oh, this is a nice card, I guess.
Is it?
But
We have one target, so it's
so we get 7 points.
Yeah, it's the
That's the
most.
most. Yeah.
It's the most.
It's the most.
But I think we win. Am I being a big idea for thinking
I mean, I can't really see how he. Yeah, he now draws a Aglaïs, gets double the points.
Wait, the feta thing wasn't a joke, mamma mia.
So it's 4 plus 12 plus 10. That can't be enough.
Yay!
Easy. Deck is unstoppable.
Well, Feta is actually quite popular here on Pizza.
Yeah.
TwitchCon soon, hopefully, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for
Yes,
having
guys.
us.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Aww.
Dum dum dum. Music going on.
Yes.
Cut to you.
Hello.